Hello and welcome to the HIPAA Vault Show, where we discuss all things HIPAA compliance and the cloud. My name is Adam Zenedine, and I'm joined, as always, by CTO and founder of HIPAA Vault, Mr. Gil Vidals. Hey, Gil.
Hey, Adam. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. And if you're listening on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, feel free to give us a review if you like this episode. And if you're on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe for more interesting information and entertainment on the world of HIPAA compliance and cloud technology. So today, our main focus is going to be boosting conversions and CRO for WooCommerce stores. And we're going to talk about it for our healthcare providers that are watching. So, Gil, what would you like to start?
Well, I'll just give a little introduction. So WooCommerce is a very popular shopping cart. It's a plugin to WordPress, and many of our customers use it. It's pretty powerful. It's been around for a long time. That means it's vetted, and it has a lot of extensions that you can add to it. So it's a really pretty good plugin. In fact, we use it at HIPAA Vault, and there's no payment that we make for WooCommerce, although we have purchased the license. Actually, that's not true. We have purchased the license for the professional version. So I do highly recommend going with a paid version of WooCommerce because it's something that you can get support. And again, we don't make any money off of WooCommerce. We're just giving you this advice for free because I think it's a good tool. So if you have a healthcare app, if you're doing something in the healthcare world and you have a shopping cart, or you want to have a shopping cart, I do recommend WooCommerce. Shopify is also available. But anyway, so WooCommerce is a plugin to WordPress. If you already have WordPress and you're a healthcare provider, you should take a look at WooCommerce, I think. What we want to get into today, Adam, is a little bit more about, well, what do? You just turn on the plugin and sell your widgets, your widgets to the audience. But we kind of learned some lessons when we use WooCommerce and HIPAA Vault. We kind of learned, we did it, it worked, but there were some things we noticed later, like, well, wait a minute, we should have done it. We could have done it much better. And it affects your sales. It affects your bottom line and your cash flowing in. So it's something you really want to pay attention to. So I don't know if you want to show the checkout page that we had. And yeah. While you're bringing that up, I just want to mention to the audience that we also make WordPress, including WooCommerce, HIPAA compliant. So if you want to host somewhere HIPAA compliant, give us a jingle and we can talk to you about that. Yeah, okay, so this is WooCommerce. So this is a WordPress site, HIPAAVault.com. We have the plugin enabled for WooCommerce, and this is a product that we sell. We're a reseller for HIPAA Outlook. And it looks fine. It's professional looking, and this is all configurable within WooCommerce. And it worked. We got it. We deployed it. But you're going to notice some things when we compare this to a more professionally done one, or I should say, thought through better. Like if you start scrolling down slowly, Adam, you'll notice how this form goes from the product that we're trying to sell. And then you go down and you'll see checkout. It says 27 seconds. That's a good feature, the 27 seconds. It gives people a timer like, oh, I better hurry up and fill this out. We don't want them going off for dinner and coming back, fill it out right now. But then you have the account info, domain info, user info. This form goes long time. And then you go to billing address, credit card or debit card. So here's the problem with this. Studies have been done, not by us, but other people that are experts in marketing. And they see when you have a form this long, people are like, oh, no, I'm too busy. Maybe I'll come back to this later. And of course, later never happens, so you lose the sale. So that's one aspect. And this whole idea of making your conversions, you want to convert the person that's on this page, you want them to convert to from a lead, a prospect, to an actual customer by hitting that purchase button, that orange button. So we underwhelmed ourselves by not doing this properly. And what we should have done is use a breadcrumb and broken the form up into several sections. So I don't know if you want to show something like maybe Manage Engine, or do you have a WP Engine, or do you have one that you want to show that did it? Or you can show, I guess, our new one, right? There we go. There we go. So here's our new one. So now we have, you can see we have the breadcrumb at the top. So the customer knows I'm in the cart. The next step is billing. And then the third is to confirm the order. So now if you look, it's really simple, right? All you have to do is click next.
Maybe I
And
want 2 emails.
And so then you go to the next step, which is your billing details. And so you fill out that form. It's a lot less. So it looks a lot less complex. It's streamlined, and to the person filling out the form, it seems like, oh yeah, I have the time to hit the next button. Oh, I know I have to put in my address. I was expecting that. So the conversion rate will be higher for this form. The other way to look at it is the abandonment rate will be lower, right? We're not going to have as many people abandoning the cart. So I think this is a really important thing to point out. And also you should have tracking. So on the next page, we're not going to place an order here, but on the next page, it'll say, thank you for your order. And it's really important that you put tracking on that page. You want to know how many people reached the thank you page. Now, sometimes what people do, Adam, is they just see how many people got to the cart. Oh, here, look at all the people that are looking at the cart. Well, that's interesting, but what's even more interesting is how many of them hit the submit button in the thank you page. Then you can do a ratio. You can figure out, well, how many people got to the shopping cart but never actually fulfilled it. They didn't actually purchase.
Abandoned carts.
Yeah, abandoned carts. So you really want to look at all that. And WooCommerce has other plugins you can add, other extensions they call them, that will help track all of this stuff. So you don't need to be overwhelmed thinking, oh, how am I going to do all this? Well, they have extensions, but just be aware that WooCommerce doesn't design this page for you. You can use the defaults, but you're going to want to have your designer go in here and design this. One improvement we're working on now, if you notice, there's 2 little messages at the top. You have to scroll down to see the cart. We're in the middle of moving those messages out of the top, so it looks like the way it is here without those messages.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to have the user have to scroll down. I heard a long time ago, Adam. I don't know if it's something that has been revised over the years, but I heard that for every click that you have to make to reach the final order, you lose about half your audience. So if you have 3 clicks, you lose. Say you start with 100 people looking to order, and they have to click to go to the order page. You lose 50%. So now you're down to 50 people.
Wow.
Those 50 people, now they have to go to next to fill out the billing. You lose another 50%. So you go from 100 to 50 to 25. And if you have even more clicks, pretty soon you're down to just 2 or 3 people that are willing to bear with the process at that moment. Because, the other people mean well, oh yeah, I need this product, but I'm kind of busy right now. I don't really have time. I look at the watch. I don't have time for 20 minutes to fill this out. I'll come back tomorrow. Or I'll tell my assistant to do it for me, or whatever, some excuse, and they don't fill it out, and maybe they never tell their assistant, and they just never buy it. So the idea is to make it super simple, very quick, very easy. Just do it right then and there. There's nothing like the present moment to get it done. This category is called CRO, conversion rate optimization. You're trying to convert as many people as you can, and you have to do that. Again, what we also said, of course, at HIPAA Vault, we're all about securing the site, making it so that it meets HIPAA compliance. Of course, that's all incorporated. If you need HIPAA compliance, we'll help you with that part. These tips I'm giving today is important for bringing in more leads and more sales. That's really what we wanted to talk about today. We've had many other podcasts about security and compliance, so this one's a little bit different.
Ultimately, if there's no business, then there's not really anything to secure, is there?
Right, of course. So last thing I want to mention is that you don't want to save any credit cards. That was kind of the old school way to do it, because if you save credit cards, you need to become, besides HIPAA compliant, you need to be PCI compliant. And you don't want to do that. So the way to avoid it is you use tokens. So most of all the credit card processing backends, like Authorize.net, provide a token that represents your credit card. So the credit card the customer puts in is translated into a token, and that token you save on your website, not the credit card number. And then that token, when Authorize.net gets it, they go, oh, this token, let's cross-reference it. Oh, here we go. This is the credit card number. So that way you can avoid having to be PCI compliant. If a hacker got in and took a bunch of tokens, it's not credit card information. Yeah. It's just a token. So there's really nothing they can do with it. So
it's like monopoly money. They can't cash
process it. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. They'd have to hack into authorized.net on top of hacking into your site. So it's a very, I wouldn't say 0% chance, but it's close to zero, right? It's probably never going to happen.
Yeah.
So hopefully some of these tips will resonate with the audience that's got healthcare apps or that's in the middle of developing one. They're wondering, what kind of shopping cart should I have? What should I do? How should I design it?
Yeah, and if you're in the process of setting up an online store for your healthcare business, reach out to us and we can definitely help answering any questions. So you can drop us a question in the comments section on YouTube or pick up the phone, give us a call. All our info is on HIPAAVault.com. Give us a like and subscribe as well while you're at it. Well, that's it for this episode of the HIPAA Vault Show. Until next time, thanks for stopping by.